Eden Fractal, we put out this message here. We just wrapped up the Eden Town Hall, and we had some great discussions there. That video will be on the Eden Creators YouTube channel and also Eden Fractal videos and stuff like that. But now the second portion of the event is to play the Respect game, which is really the heart of the Eden Fractal community, where we measure and recognize contributions to Eden Fractal's mission of implementing fractal decision-making processes to society, as well as its vision of helping all communities or organizations have the tools and methods to make the best possible decisions collectively. So this game provides a space to share your progress updates and build your reputation, earn Eden Fractal Respect tokens, and connect with fellow governance enthusiasts. And we also have a new addition to the game called contribution requests as well that I'm going to share a little highlight over. So I'm going to just share a quick presentation for the next couple minutes, and then we'll jump into the game. You can see on the screen the topics that we discussed during the town hall this week about Fractal Circles and our ORDAO configuration. And then, as always, you can register for the Eden Fractal Respect Game events and Eden Town Halls on the Eden Creators events calendar, luma.com/Eden Creators. The Eden Fractal Respect Games, we agreed that we're going to have these bi-weekly. So the next one will be, I don't know, February 13th or something. And then the Eden Town Hall will be following next week on, I guess that's February 6th or February 7th. If you're not familiar with Eden Fractal, check out edenfractal.com. It's a community dedicated to optimizing collective decision making through collaborative research, development, education, gamification, and community engagement. You can learn what we've been doing for the past 4 years now and get involved and see how you can help improve collective decision making for everybody at the website edenfractal.com. So now we're going to play the Respect game, which is this wonderful game for community growth I mentioned. Basically, we have a few new members here and a few members who haven't been here for a while. So in case anybody's not familiar with how to play, basically we go into breakout groups of 3 or 6 people. We have 7 people right now, or 8 people, I think. So yeah, we'll go into 2 groups of 4 people, and that'll be randomly assigned. And then each participant will get 4 or 5 minutes to share their recent work, what they've done to contribute to Eden Fractal's mission, vision, helping people improve governance and coordination, and with a special focus on fractal decision-making processes. And you can also just feel free to introduce yourself there and share your work and interest. And then we'll each work to rank, or each group will collaborate to rank each other's contributions. So we'll try to rank who did the most to contribute to the mission vision, and then who did the second most to contribute, the third most, the fourth most, and so forth, and reach consensus with 2/3 of each group agreeing to those rankings. And then if consensus is reached, then the group will submit that on chain in our ORDAO app, eden.frapps.xyz, and everybody will receive on-chain respect tokens on the base blockchain. So yeah, encourage everybody to have fun playing and also just try to remember anything that you did to contribute to fractals and governance and so forth. You can learn more about this game, the Respect game, at edenfractal.com/respect game if you're not yet familiar. And feel free to also ask any questions in your breakout room, share your screen to other participants, with other participants to show them, to give people a better idea of your work. Feel free to share any links in either the Eden Fractal Discord, Eden Fractal Telegram chat, or in the Zoom chat directly. And then also one other thing I'll mention too is that Tadas did just pose this new kind of game in the Eden Fractal Telegram chat, t.me/Eden Fractal. He's calling it Synchronous Respect Trees. And this Synchronous Respect Trees, in addition to choosing topics for the town hall, it's also a way to choose contribution requests. So this is the first time that we're trying this specific version of the game where so earlier in the week, anybody in the Eden Fractal community had an opportunity for 3 days to share a message in the Telegram chat stating a request for specific types of contributions that individuals or subgroups within the community can do on their own without coordinating with the whole group. So people could request tasks or request for research or request for proposals or request for donations or whatever it may be. You could see more details that Josh shared in this document in the Telegram group. But basically, we're trying this out for the first time, and there have been, I think, 8 different contribution requests that have been made. One of them being fractogram requirements, the app for playing the Respect game. One of them building a nonprofit for fractal communities and for Eden Fractal. One of them being documentation for ORDAO, educational resource development, education outreach, research into fractal decision making, games guide discussion, and tech development for Gov tools. So this is in the snapshot poll where you can see more details about each of these. And these are just different ways that you can contribute, both, in this week, if you want to focus on anything that you did to contribute to these different kinds of contributions or different ways that you contributed, as well as in future weeks. These are ways that the community is expressing how they would like people to contribute, some examples, and we're probably going to play this game again over the next couple of weeks. So you can also make your own contribution request at that point, and you can see the percentage of which people said like to kind of prioritize that. But other than that, generally our vision and our mission, as I explained before, anything that you do to contribute to Eden Fractal and helping communities coordinate better, that is worthy of respect, and we appreciate you being here. And yeah, we hope you have a fun time during the respect game. So I'll stop my screen share now, and it looks like we actually only have 6 people left. Looks like a couple people had to go, so we can go ahead and play the respect game with just us 6, and we'll stay in the same breakout room. So if anybody wants to go first, then feel free to do so. Also want to give once again a special warm welcome back to Charles for joining us here at an Eden Fractal Respect game for the first time in a couple of years. And yeah, it's really wonderful hearing about the Fractal Circles, Mikael, and great to see you again, Eric and Zaal and Tadas. So yeah, who wants to go first?
I can go first.
Sounds good. Thanks, Tadas.
I'll paste my list of contributions in the chat. By the way, Dan, I think I'm starting to think we need some kind of topic for contribution lists in or Eden Fractal.
Oh yeah, that'd probably be good to separate that. It's a little bit messy and long in there because there's so many different contribution requests, and that'd make it easier to organize.
Yes. So my main focus, and maybe can you put up the timer?
Yep, just start it.
Okay, thanks. So my main focus over the last 2 weeks were creation and implementation of synchronous respect trees, which Dan just introduced, and also documentation for ORDAO deployment and configuration of ORDAO instances. Yeah, which was requested by some community members, and which I think is long time since we need anyway. So uh, yes, now when it comes to specific contributions, uh, before the previous meeting, I shared some ideas about vision for Eden Fractal, specifically that we could finish the first iteration of a fractal, which would include systematic way to reward contributors. Yeah, I think I didn't share this in the last meeting, so I'm sharing this now. Then after last respecting, I created ORDAO proposal to distribute respect. Gave feedback for Sporty's idea on live respect trees. So he proposed uh, basically a structure for a meeting which would develop a signal from the community about what community thinks about certain topics. Again, people also going into breakout groups, similar to Fractal Circles idea. Uh, then I published Synchronous Respect Trees version 1 and basically proposed a general perspective about the meeting schedule and community schedule that we could follow in the next few weeks, which basically comes down to not changing anything for now. But yeah, then I helped in pass a proposal as a Optimism Fractal Council or to pose Optimism Fractal. Dan created this proposal. Uh, then I participated in town hall event last week where we aligned on rough guidelines for bi-weekly schedule, talked about GitHub SpecKit, which I introduced last week or a few weeks ago. Then we came up with a rough plan to solve fractal problems by collaborating on requirements specification for fractalgram that Eden Fractal needs together. Then some technical contributions. I updated ORDAO and Frapps repositories, data dependencies for them. And I started working on ORDAO Frapps repository, for now, it's just a branch in the Frapps repository, but I'm planning to extract it into as a separate repository. Yeah, so basically this repository will contains configurations for different ORDAO instances that I'm maintaining for different communities, and also deployment scripts and maintenance scripts, which enable anyone with some technical knowledge to self-host basically an instance of ORDAO. And then I basically facilitated Synchronous Respect Trees version 1 game this week. Created all the messages, polls, and so on, and created 4 contribution requests in this game and 3 topic proposals. Yeah, I think that's it from me.
I can go next.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Okay. What's up, everybody? I'm Zaal. For those of you guys that don't know me, I run the Zao Fractals, and this last week we ran Zao Fractal number 84. And I just wanted to share with you guys a little bit of you can see my Discord, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. So I just wanted to give a little demonstration of how our fractal went and how it works. And I updated a little bit more of my presentation that was a little outdated without some of this information. So in one of our group chats, FractalBot, I have a command for a bot I built that sets up our voting part of our respect game based on the people that are in the voice channel at that respective time. And when you do that, it creates a thread here within this channel, and that automatically adds everyone and gives everyone a vote. We have a 50. I've been playing around with different consensus processes, and since our group is an artist group, heavy on the art and music side, we kind of are less heavy on the consensus and want people, because people are sometimes driving or not 100% available to be active on their phone during that time. So for us here, this one's a 2 out of 4. And then we kind of go through electing every level 6, 5, 4, and then automatically we'll have that 3 there. And then I manually have all of everyone here who has been here before. So I have a database of everyone's addresses that is on our website that I usually use. And then we actually use the ORDAO consensus process here. Let me zao.frapps.xyz to actually distribute out our respect and submit breakout room results. Okay. I should have had this up before, but you can go to submit breakout room results and submit breakout room results here. And we have that all distributed on our Zaal leaderboard, where it has our previous respect and then also our ORDAO respect added together. And then I actually just updated this week to showcase people's join date based on when they got their first respect token. And then the address is here and you can search it as well. The other thing I did this last week for fractals was I ran a fractal for an agency that works together as a pseudo DAO, and determining people's contributions based on for the matter of getting a bonus for contributions to people doing above and beyond work. It came with its own challenges. The first one being anonymous votes. I think for a matter where it's more of a liquid token that you're playing respect over, it might be more forgiving to have anonymous votes. And then the second thing being for a structure based on that, it may not have made sense to do every single person based on the fact that the end goal for that was to get the highest contributors and having the culture of the fractals that we've built here, as well as what we've done at the Zao Fractals with illiquid tokens, makes it much easier to build a culture of not being as offended in not getting as high of a contribution based on it going to directly like your career or how much you're making led to some problems. So just trying to iterate on what could work well for next week, building something on top of that, and working with that group on continuing. So yeah, I'm excited to see how that goes. And we've done some fractal noun stuff as well, which I don't know if Swarthy is going to make it today here, but I'm sure he would share more. But yeah, thank you all, and I'll pick on someone if no one wants to volunteer to go next. I'm gonna pick on Eric.
Sounds great. Thank you, Zaal.
So I've been focusing on adoption. How do I get people to pick this up? So what I've been doing is reaching out to nonprofits. And my message to nonprofits has been that I'm looking for nonprofits that believe that volunteers can be a significant growth engine for their organization. And as part of my dissertation, I will give them a free 8-week kickoff to start their volunteer growth engine. And then I'll keep it going. And guess what the 8 weeks are? It's spending 30 to 60 minutes doing consensus once a week. And of course, I collect data for my dissertation, so it's a pretty good thing. The second part has been getting it really easy to use. So there's all that problem of how do you do the breakout rooms and get people into breakout rooms and do all that stuff. So I actually have the app assign the breakout rooms. So it takes who's ever in there, automatically divides people into rooms, and then it lets you know what room you're in. And so it'll say, Dan, you're in room 2, Tadas, you're in room 3. And then in Zoom, I actually make it so users can choose the breakout rooms. So they just choose the room they're in and they can go and leave. And then I also set up some discussion breakout rooms for people that want to hang around and meet people after. The app does not require any email or anything. When I launch a room, it just gives me a link to get people, and then they're just in. And for my research, I have to keep anonymity, so they put in their volunteer ID, but normally they would put in their email. And then it just makes it really quick. It automatically runs to the next steps when they reach consensus. And at the end, it gives them their points right there. They can see who got what points. But the big thing is whoever set up the session can actually have a dashboard to see how many people are there, see what rooms they're in, and it gives you a total of everything in there. Then I can export that, so it doesn't automatically email them that list. And I gave them names to level 6. And so I started testing this last Monday, and I got some feedback on use based on user information. So I updated the app with that. I tested again yesterday, and I got some procedural. One of the things that I had to add in this with this group is guidance on appreciation. So I have carefully guided guidance on here's how you appreciate people, here's what you appreciate them for. But one of the things that I had to add in there is use the word I, not we, because some people wanted to talk about their organization and they say, well, we at this, that, and what we do. So I had to put that guidance in right up front to say that. So really easy to set up a session, really easy to get a bird's eye view of everything that's doing, really easy to join. People just get a link, click on it, and join. And so I think I can train organizations to set this up themselves. And I'm finding it's much better just to let them, because when you set up those rooms in Zoom, you already know from the app. You could just set up 10 rooms or 100 rooms or whatever you wanted to. But if you wanted to set rooms there, it tells you how many people are in the room. And by the way, if people join late, before you go into consensus, it'll actually automatically assign new people into rooms too. So if somebody joins late, it'll look where the room is low and assign them in that. Once you go into consensus, they can observe, but they can't vote. After consensus is started, at least that's the way it's set up. So that's I've got 3 organizations in there. I'm constantly getting more. And so I'm just mostly recruiting organizations, testing the app. And in a couple of weeks, we'll actually launch sessions and start collecting data. I hope I explained that well. I'm now parked, by the way. So I'm at my destination. So you picked me just as I pulled into the parking lot. So good timing.
Excellent. Thank you, Eric. I'm glad you arrived safely, and always love hearing your updates. Do you want to pick somebody to go next?
Sure, and I'll just let you know that some of our community has been helping me test the app. Glad to invite anybody that wants to just pop on and give feedback. That being said, let's hear from Mikael.
Okay, sounds good.
Where do I find the link to this project of Eric? It would be really nice to have it in the chat.
Yeah, I will. I'll put in my contact information. I can put in the link to the sessions that you can it's the same Zoom room every time, so you can join the Zoom on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But if you and there's a link I have for me to make sure you get reminders too. So as you're talking, I'll walk into the building, sit down, and put all that in the chat before we're done.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you, Eric. Emma Call, would you like to now take your turn in the respect game and speak for about 4 or 5 minutes to once again, maybe if you want to provide a brief introduction again, but already most people here already seen it, so you can just go ahead and just share whatever you've worked on. So usually what we do is we usually share what we've done to contribute over the past 2 weeks, but you can also just share stuff that you've done recently as well, beyond 2 weeks since it's your first time here.
Thanks. Well, I guess I already showed you quite a lot of what I've been doing. But anyway, I'm kind of interested to show you my other apps, just for at least one that could fit some, at least could be interesting. If I can share my screen, I'm not sure.
Yep, you're sharing it. It hasn't yet loaded. Yep, it's not loaded.
And I'm really interested to hear Eric's things. I'm actually also looking at, I'm pretty in the same space. I want to find people to test it. So on my homepage, I'm not new to this. I have to remember how to do things. So yeah, this was like the first project I did. It's a fractal system that it looks a lot like the Telegram system, but instead of having rounds, it was the groups were always open. So it was like a continuous process. You were like once placed in one group, and always every like now all the proposals that got high enough ranking automatically goes to the next level. So you can choose what level you want to operate on, And it was a really nice system. It's like a continuous system, but it has a lot of more problems because some members drop out and they need to be replaced, and the group need to reorganize. So actually, this project I never finished it properly because it was some bugs in there, and it was just overcomplicated. But in the essence, it's the same, but like continuous groups. Uh, that can be good if you have like people who want to work together, but otherwise, I kind of like not having continuous group. It's more interesting. But this is what I wanted to show you. I made this decentralized video conference, and it's kind of I don't know how Eric's app works, but this is a app that automatically creates breakout rooms, and it's connected to a platform that I barely remember what its name, but it's not Zoom. It's yeah, 8x8 Jitsi Meet. It's the name. So Jitsi Meet has a API that makes it easy to automatically create groups. So basically, I have made like a homepage where you can log in to join a meeting, and first you have like a normal meeting. You have 8 people that automatically gets into this meeting when the meeting start. And the first thing you have like a quick round of choosing a secretary, and that's the one who's gonna keep notes. So you vote for someone to be a secretary, and when that's done, you have that person will get like a form where they can fill in all the proposal that comes up during the meeting. Again, I have the quotes here. It's the same. There's a little timer then that you can see with the different stages. Like first, the green step is to choose a secretary, and then you have the agenda talking about the different proposals. And then you have a voting session in the end. So you can you also have a built-in timer for everybody to know how long they've spoken. And that is up to the secretary to control. And the secretary also has this function that the secretary can write everything in. So because it's only the secretary that writes in this one. And then there's a voting session. Again, it's the secretary who puts the results, and everybody is just speaking in the group. And in the end, you choose a representative and you vote. Everybody does this, and it continues to the next round. So, but I found this is kind of interesting. But I was doing this for for a few like sessions, and it's kind of difficult to get people into it fast. It needs a lot of introduction to people, and it was a bit chaotic, I would say the least, to have these meetings going, and they needed a lot of help to do this. It's like too much um, responsibility, especially if you have a new group where nobody has done it before. But it's an interesting project, and I just wanted to share the basic idea how you can like automatically create groups, breakout rooms, and assign people to them. You don't need to know anything. Everything is automatic, so to speak, which is good. Um, yeah, that's it, and I'm happiest to show you that as well. So I'm finished. Thank you very much.
All right, wonderful. Thank you, Mikael, for sharing your app with us. Really exciting. And now you can pick somebody to go next. You can pick either me or Charles to go next.
Um, Charles Bishop, I would love to hear your work.
Well, love, that's a big word. Thank you. So I'm back here after a lot of years, actually. And I've I haven't contributed anything to fractal democracy in a long time. For a quick introduction, I originally joined EOS blockchain 4 or 5 years ago, just by reading about Dan Lorimer's book, More Equal Animals. And what got me into the blockchain and EOS was just that, the passion I had once I read everything I could about fractal democracy. So my contributions in the past have been translating More Equal Animals to French. I'm French, living in Paris. And my life's work in Zen has been just promoting that stuff. I love it. So promoting fractal democracy whenever I had the chance with communities, with whatever, whomever wants to talk about political life here in France. So I'm not a developer. I'm a community content creator, graphics designer. I can create stuff that makes sharing ideas easier. But since I'm not a developer, I've been searching for the easiest tool possible to showcase what fractal democracy can do. So discovering your app, for example, Mikael, on Telegram, that's very easy to introduce people to it. That makes it very easy for them to discover live what fractal democracy is about. And so I'm still here joining to discover just more about what is going on today in the fractal democracy space, what people have been up to, what tools have they created that I can use them to showcase live what fractal democracy can do. And I've been discovering the past weeks what every single project I know of has been up to. So I've been going over to Haifa, which has been developing the infrastructure and platform for a lot of years now. They've developed a 3.0 version, which is very nice. It hasn't really implemented the fractal democracy yet, but it has a voice token, just like respect tokens. What I love about their idea is that they finally implemented a version that makes it so the user doesn't have anything to do with blockchain if they don't want to. So the whole interface, logging, creating your account, everything is logged into the blockchain, the votes, everything. But the user doesn't have to create a wallet, doesn't have to create anything related to Web3. So that's a big step forward to bringing social democracy, fractal democracy and its tools to the common user. And that's what I've been searching for, mainly, just a tool that I can use to showcase fractal democracy to the people I've been talking to as many people as possible, and make it as easy as possible for them to join and discover that. So yeah, here I am today, just looking for more options. What are you up to? And it's been a pleasure discovering, well, first your app, Mikael, on Telegram, but also Zaal, what I've just discovered now, what you've been doing on Discord, and that's amazing. So I've been thinking for a lot of years now, if someone had implemented the fractal democracy on Discord, because it's one of the main apps today people use to communicate and organize. So hey, seeing you having your app live and kicking out, that makes me curious as hell. So I'll go look at that up after the meeting right away. And the Zao Fractal, yeah, I've marked that up. I've marked a lot of things during this meeting. So I'll be discovering everything you've been up to shortly after the meeting. And yeah, I think I'll be coming back to the meetings now more regularly to keep up to date as much as I can. But as far as my contributions go, well, the book I translated More Equal Animals needs some touch up to finally get published. So I'll get that done, I think, as soon as I can in the next months. And since I'm not a developer or anything, I think the only contribution that I can make is just showing up. I think for a lot of people here today, just knowing that there are still people passionate about fractal democracy, that does a lot. It does for me. So I think it's good that, well, I'm just here participating, listening, and that's it for me, I think. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me on Telegram as always. I just joined the Fractal Eden group. I thought I already did, but there I am. So feel free. And also, Mikael, I joined your Fractal, of course, your group, Fractal Circles bot and group. So if you need any help in the future, I'll be there. So I'll be there to help any of you actually test your apps. Eric also for yours as well. So I think that's one of the good things I'm here, actually, I think. So just have someone else to test your ideas and applications with.
Great. Thank you, Charles. It's great to see you back, and really appreciate your continued interest in helping support Fractal governance, and really excited to collaborate with you. And wonderful to hear everybody's contributions. So thank you everybody so much. Brings joy to my heart and makes me really excited for Fractals to go in 2026. I'm going to go ahead now and share my recent contributions to Eden Fractal's mission and vision, working to help communities cooperate better. Oh boy, it's not loading correctly. Okay, there we go. I'm pausing and sighing because I should have hit the. It's always difficult. I don't know if anybody knows when you share your screen how to turn the timer on, because I thought I turned the timer on after I clicked it, but maybe I'll just make a note of the time. It's 39, so I'll stop by 44. Okay, things to figure out to improve the facilitation of fractals on the list. So I'm Dan Singjoy. You can learn more about me at dansingjoy.com. I'm a founder of Eden Fractal, as well as we paused Optimism Fractal recently, and you can see more about the projects I've been working on there. So one thing we caught up, myself and the Eden Creators team, on the video production for the past 2 months or so. We had a bit of a backlog at the end of the year, and so now we've released all of the videos from the past 2 months from Eden Fractal, as well as the last Optimism Fractal event as well. So those are up with timestamps and show notes and everything like that, and some beautiful thumbnails. And specifically, I hosted that last one from last week as well. Also collaborated with the creation of the promotions for this week's events too, which you can see on Twitter, and we put it on Telegram and some governance forums and various places like that to help spread the word. Last week, I created a proposal to the Optimism Fractal Council for an indefinite hiatus of Optimism Fractal. So I put together a proposal to try to just explain this, in detail and also simply as well. Tadas wound up approving it. So we had a very graceful closing to Optimism Fractal, I think, and it shared more rationale, largely about consolidating resources in Eden Fractal, as well as alignment with the Optimism Collective, and shared more details of what happens now, and invited people from the Optimism Fractal community to join Eden Fractal with more details there. I believe Optimism Fractal will return when the time is right, and I shared some more details about that. And then I also promoted this week's events too, and invited people to join. Or actually, that was last week's events. After that, I invited people to join the town hall and hosted that one. And then I shared like a shorter message in the Eden Fractal chat and some other chats. I put this up in various places, like I said, and I broke it up into a couple different articles. There's also this other kind of article too that I wrote. That way I announced my marriage, and I also announced the season 6 finale of Optimism Fractal. So I put this post out in the Optimism Fractal Discord. Got married to me over the break, but I kind of announced that since Optimism Fractal was closing and she's an Optimism Fractal co-founder. So I'm planning to still share more about those in other chats later, but for now, those are the places where I shared it. Contribution requests. I did contribute to the new contribution request game. I brought a lot of feedback actually to Das's ideas about the Respect Trees game, and I forgot to add that, but I did ask a lot of questions and help support the creation of the game. And I created a bunch of contribution requests to help guide contributions to Eden Fractal on educational resource development and technical development and community engagement and computer outreach and research into fractal decision-making processes to provide more guidance for ranking in respect games, as well as for people who want to contribute in different ways to Eden Fractal, as well as I made some topics for this week. I made the topic for I coordinated quite a bit with Mikael about the introduction to Fractal Circles, and where he gave the demo at the town hall. And then I also made some other topics where we could discuss Optimum Town Hall and stuff like that. And so forth. I'm going according to some of those contribution requests now. So Tadas put out a topic for creating a nonprofit for a fractal ecosystem, and I've been working on this quite a bit over the past months. I have a Notion project where I've been working on this. This week I made a lot of progress in drafting out. Well, I'm still in more of like the ideation phase and like planning phase, but I've drafted a bunch of documents that I think will make it easier. And one of the things I did this week or past 2 weeks was I created a foundation constitution. I've been thinking about how to make a nonprofit that's as like independent and allows the community to have as much autonomy as possible. So I've been thinking about the best design for the Eden Fractal Foundation that I'm planning. And so I've been working on that. And I also had a long discussion about that with Timothy as well over the past week because he's thinking about similar stuff. I did a lot of research and worked to support Fractal Circles that Mikael is working on that he introduced to us. And I helped coordinate because we had a meeting scheduled at the same time. And then I invited Mikael and others from the Fractal Circles community to join Eden Fractal and sent them some DMs and stuff like that to try to just help them explain the new games that we're playing, like the topic selection and stuff like that, to make it go well. I also wrote these feedback for the bot that I'll share at some point soon. I've also been working to research and support fractal nouns, helping Timothy as he starts fractal nouns with some design decisions and so forth. So I left a bunch of comments and feedback over here. This, I think, was over the past, well, this was earlier before January 3rd, but then we had an extended discussion about a week ago about in more details about this to help him make the best design for it. And then I also, yeah, so that's that. But we had like a 3 hour discussion like a week and a half ago about this. So helping him start up fractal nouns in the best way. I've been working to improve Eden Fractal educational resources a lot. I've been drafting a lot of documents for bringing back Eden creators in full strength, really, to like create digests for the community and stuff like that. And then also improve the Eden Fractal website, which has a lot of, there's a lot missing right now. So I've been working on doing that. A lot of documents in progress there. And then Tadas put out a contribution request for community agenda games. So I made like an overview of all the prior experiments with this, and then I also put together like this big kind of like feedback here too. So I can share this with you, Tadas. But I think I have some good direction for how we can make that kind of game, and I provided some feedback on Timothy's idea for that too. In addition, I think there's a few more things, but I'm just about at time. I've been working on this gardens idea alongside with a nonprofit. And I think that I'll wrap it up there because it seems like it has been 5 minutes. So thank you all for listening. And now at this point, I see some people have shared some links in the chat. So for anybody who hasn't seen those, check those out if you want. But we now have some time for questions for anybody to share that would help people reach consensus. We have about 15 minutes left, and usually we have a bunch of people talk about all the apps that they have, but here at Eden Fractal, poor old Eden Fractal, we don't have any apps to use for actually reaching consensus now, except for the Zoom Telegram chat. That's what we've been doing. We recently, this with the new year 2026, we decided to go back 3.5 years in our technology and tools to just vote in the Telegram chat. So whenever we're ready, we can do that. We could try out an app. I see Tadas is laughing because recently the Fractalgram Telegram app where we usually reach consensus stopped working, and yeah, we haven't. It's just been simplest to vote in the Zoom chat. So whenever we're ready, we can do that. And what we'll do is we'll just say like we'll write level 6 in the chat, and then everybody will ask everybody to write somebody's name in the chat, whoever they think deserved to be their contributions were the best for this presentations, or their contributions were the best based on the presentations. So basically, for Mikael, since this is your first time joining, and I don't believe you played a respect game, this is the portion of the respect game where we will work to reach consensus on contributions. So we're going to first determine who did the most to help contribute to Eden Fractal's mission and vision and the fractal ecosystem. And then we're going to try to reach 4 to 6 consensus on that. And then once we do that, then we'll say who did the second most and so forth. And so what I was explaining before was that we usually have an app for this, but now we're just going to write it in a Zoom chat and we're going to just time it out. So we're going to say like at the count of 3, everybody hit enter and write whoever's name you think it is. But before we do that, there is some time for questions. So if anybody had any questions, like, not super detailed, but questions if you need some clarification or that would help you determine the ranking of contributions, then you can feel free to do so. Or Mikael, if you have any questions of the game as well and how it works, then feel free as well.
Regarding the Fractalgram app, I've been talking with Zao possibility of using branches fractal for Eden Fractal.
You mean the Fractal Cord, the Discord app?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, we could. Everybody has Discord accounts. I don't know if Zaal wants to lead us through that now. I don't know if that would take setup time to have it work for Eden Fractal, but I'll have to try it though. Zaal, do you think that's a good idea?
Join an audio call, it's not a problem, and you could share that screen, or we could all mute in here. But it would be, or we could all just mute in there and just join. But everyone just needs to join just for the start, for it to start. And if everyone does have a Discord account and wants to do that, we can definitely do that to reach consensus. It wouldn't take any extra time on my end.
Okay, well that works for me. Does everybody have a Discord account, and is everybody able to join? Would we need to join the Zao Discord, Zaal, or?
Yes, I believe.
Yeah, just because I don't have access to the Optimism Fractal admin. So we could also do it there for the next one.
Okay.
But I think for this one, it has to be in the Zao Fractal.
Okay. If you want, I could give you a quick admin access to it. I mean, to do that anyway. But yeah, we can also do it with the Zao Fractal. And if you want, I can share the link there. Is everybody able to join Discord now?
I don't know. It's been a while. I have an account, but I'll give it a try.
Okay. I'm just gonna share a link to Zao Discord, which I believe you can use to join the Zao Discord. And then, oh, Zaal already did that. So, and Zaal's link might be better than mine.
No, mine's just the never
Oh,
end
okay.
one.
Yeah,
So
mine expires after 1 week. Okay, cool. So if everybody is up for it, then please join there, and then we'll follow Zal's instructions so he can help facilitate us through the process. And if Eric is too difficult for you and you're not able to join, then just let us know, and we can always do the Zoom version instead. Do you think, Eric, by the way, that you'll be able to join? I mean, yeah, if you don't think you'll be able to join, we could just go ahead with the current version because it'd be best for us all to be able to play in one place. I'm not hearing any response from Eric.
Sorry. I'm trying to go right now.
Okay, sounds good. Um, so I'm in the group now, and I have it open. Do I go to the FractalBot chat or I'm also not hearing a response from Zaal. Are you with us, Zaal?
yeah, sorry about that. So the Fractal waiting room works since I see Tadas in there already.
Okay.
We just need to be in a voice channel, and then you could actually start it in that FractalBot channel.
Okay. We're hearing a bit of echo, by the way, right now, and I actually have to quit Discord and restart it so I can give it access to my microphone.
Sounds good.
Okay. And yeah, I suggest that we just mute in the Discord chat and then we keep our microphone on in the Zoom because that way we can hear each other and it won't be double. I'm excited to try out the app. I've heard so much about it. It looks like me, Tadas, and Zal are in right now. And Zal is now sharing his screen you can see on the left side, there's the FractalBot, and then if you just scroll up in the voice channel where it says Fractal Waiting Room is where everybody else can join if you're able to join the Zao Discord group. Charles, Mikael, Eric, are you having any luck joining the Discord group?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Having me verify over and over. And it's never saying I'm verified.
Hmm.
It says I need to be a member for at least 10 minutes to join a voice channel.
Okay. So I suppose that we'll just go
Oh
in
yeah, I
the
did forget about that. For some people, that might be. Let me see if I can. I don't think I can change it now that it's already happened, which is unfortunate.
I'm kind of interesting to see how it works. So I would, I'm fine with just watching your share screen if that's okay. I don't need to actually participate in the voting anyways.
Well, I do think we'll want to vote for you. The issue is with my V1 version of it, I can't add other people in for us to vote. So like I could show you a real quick example with the three of us, but we should still continue to do it here in the Zoom just so that we can vote for all of you guys.
Sure.
Yeah, we want everyone to participate to distribute respect.
Mhm.
So as you can see, I typed in a command -Zao Fractal, and it asked me to create a name for the fractal group. And then here we all get tagged in the thread, me, Tadas, and Dan. And let's say I saw Dan do a lot of work. I'm going to vote for Dan this week. And you can see how many members are needed to win. The way it's set up now, if there's between 2 and 6 people in the voice channel, it can work. I do want to change the bot so that admins also have the ability to add members that aren't able to join the voice chat so people can vote on them and they can vote, as well as adding spectators. Because as of right now, you can't add spectators other than tagging them. So let me see. I see Mikael joined, so I'm going to tag him here. And now I believe he'll be able to see the group as well. So Tadas also voted for Dan. So Dan got the level 6. I'm going to vote for Tadas here.
By the way, are we doing the actual game right now, or are we just doing this just for an example?
We're just doing it for an example.
Okay.
And that's how it works. I do have other things that I did iterate on it, but I'm a heavy vibe coder, so I did have some challenges and have to revert to this old version. But I have some very simple fixes for things to make it more actually manageable rather than it being forced to be people in the voice channel. But yeah, that's kind of how it works. We could now probably continue with the Zoom voting and make sure we include Eric, Charles, and Mikael.
All right, sounds awesome. Thank you, Zal, for the demo of that. And yeah, it's something that we could try using at future Eden Fractal meetings. But yeah, I think it's probably best to play our slightly less technologically
Do
advanced
we have
solution.
an Eden Fractal Discord?
There is kind of, not really. So before there was an Eden Fractal Telegram, there was an Eden Discord, and that was where Eden Fractal community mostly chatted for the first like year. But that is owned by somebody who doesn't participate in the events anymore.
Okay, gotcha.
So
It might be worthwhile to just create an Eden one instead of using the Optimism one, and then there I could we could try it out beforehand, and we could make sure that there's a rule so that anyone who joins in can immediately participate, right?
mhm.
So I definitely think there's some value there.
Yeah, maybe that'd be best for the next event that we have in 2 weeks for the next Respect game. Maybe I can create it before then, and then we can just invite everyone to join, maybe in the Telegram throughout the week, and then I can remind people at the beginning of the event. Then we could try out the app. I think we also want to be careful because it's nice to have all the chats in one place without getting fractured. So I think probably we just create it for that purpose so we can play the game in the app that you built. That would be useful. At least I think next week maybe we're going to work on the Fractalgram Telegram bot, but until that's done, at least we can experiment with it, and that'd probably be really useful to learn and interesting to try. Okay. So we do only have 4 minutes left, so I appreciate everybody's patience. Hopefully nobody has a hard stop. If anybody does, then please let us know and we can make sure that we can accommodate that. But otherwise, we'll probably go over a little bit just because we've had these technical challenges, but we'll try to wrap it up shortly after the 1 hour. Maybe we can wrap it up in the next 10 minutes or so. And I assume that nobody has any questions for each other regarding the ranking contributions. So I'm just going to go ahead right now and put level 6 in the Zoom chat. You'll now see it says there. So level 6, Mikael, that's basically just whoever did the most to help and based on the presentations. So now what I'll ask you and everybody else to do is to just write out, don't hit enter, just write out the name of whoever you think contributed the most based on the presentations that you saw. And then I'll give that like 15 seconds or so for you to think about who did the most. And then after that, I'll count down three, two, one, and then at that point we'll each hit enter, and then we'll each submit our votes. That way we're kind of like all voting at the same time, and then from there we can reach consensus. Sound good? And is everybody ready to vote?
Ready. Just to clarify, level 6 is the most contribution, level 1 being the lowest.
Yes, that's how that's how it currently is.
All right, ready.
Okay, so I think everybody's ready. So I'll count down three, two, one, and go. Okay, so it looks like we have votes from everybody. We have 2 votes from Mikael. We have 3 votes from Mikael. We have 2 votes from me and 1 vote for Eric. Would anybody, so we don't yet have consensus. We have 3 to 6, and we need 4 to 6 consensus on somebody to be able to move to the next level. So would anybody like to change their vote, or would anybody like to advocate for others to change their vote so we can reach consensus?
Mhm. And you're allowed to vote for yourself even if you like.
Yes. So if you would like to switch your vote to yourself, Mikael, then you can do so. And then in that case, then you would have 4 to 6 consensus.
I can do it for because it's cool.
Okay, sounds good. And I see also Tadas changes vote to you as well. So that means that Mikael gets level 6, which means he'll get the most respect this week. He'll get 55 respect tokens. And then we're now voting for level 4, or no, level 5 rather, which is who do you think did the second most to help um, to contribute over this week? And whoever does this will receive 34 respect tokens. It's according to the Fibonacci ratio. So putting out level 5 here, and then I'll give it 10 seconds, and during this time, please write out whoever you think should be number 2 or level 5. I'm getting confused. We have to update that. Probably say first place, second place in the future, maybe. But that's
There's
what.
been a big source of confusion on my end. I agree. I think we should do top, top 2, top 3,
Yeah,
then 4, 5, 6 that
I,
way,
I
personally.
I agree. I think that's a discussion for another time. Maybe we can, maybe when we do the fractogram specifications to us, we can work on that. We can specify that because then we can finally make the change and rip off the band-aid from what we've been doing for the past 3 years. Okay.
Stream,
Um,
we have the long time coming for this change.
yes. Okay. So if we're ready, I'll count down and please hit enter after 1, 3, 2, 1, and go. All right. And it looks like there was 4 votes for me and 1 vote for Eric and 1 vote for Charles. So thank you all for the votes and the respect. So that means that I'll get level 5, and then we'll move on to level 4. Please write down whoever you think should be level 4 in
Shoot,
the
sorry, I
chat.
sent it too early. My
Oh,
bad.
we almost had it, Saul. We're doing so good. It's okay though. Obviously, we're having fun. Everybody, please write down, and then if you're ready, then hit enter in 3, 2, 1, and go.
I'm advocating for Eric because, yeah, what he's doing with an app is really important, I think, and yeah, he's working with real organizations and he does not join often to get respect.
Thanks, Tadas. So we have 3 votes for Eric, and we have 2 votes for Charles, and we have 1 vote for Tadas. Up, and it looks like somebody just switched their vote. Charles just switched their vote to
Yeah, I
Eric.
did.
So
Yeah.
we now have consensus on Eric, and we also see Eric looking all stylish to join right when he gets the respect. He was waiting for it. Good to see Eric. Happy New Year, by the way. What an entrance. Eric showing up in style for 2026. All right, now we'll do level 3 and take a couple seconds to think about it and write out whoever you think should be level 3. This is whoever contributed, I guess, the fourth most based on what you saw and heard. And then we'll hit enter in 3, 2, 1, and go. All right. And it looks like we have consensus on Charles. For there's 2 votes for Tadas and 4 votes for Charles. So it looks like we have consensus on Charles for level 3. Thank you, Charles. Much respect. And we'll do level 2. Okay, I can think about who we're going to vote for. And we'll vote in 3, 2, 1, and go. Man, I think we're missing votes from 1 person right now. But okay, it looks like we have consensus on Tadas. And that means that level 1 will be Zaal. So we'll all receive respect. And like I said, the higher level you got just means that you get about 60% more respect for each level. But we have successfully reached consensus, and had a successful respect game. So now, Tadas, would you mind creating that proposal in ORDAO, and then I can just maybe be helpful if I bring them up on the screen just so people can see if they're not familiar with ORDAO. Of course, we could also just wrap it up whenever too, because we're 2 minutes past the top. But I'm happy to.
I need an
Oh yes,
EVM account from Mikael.
I gotta run. Is that okay? Now that we're done?
yeah,
We
that's
still
okay.
need
So,
to elect a delegate.
oh yes, we do need to elect a
Okay.
delegate.
Okay.
Tadas, thank you for
We only
facilitating
want
this. I totally forgot. I was ready to end Zoom. We're done. I'm just kidding. Obviously, I wasn't that done, but I totally forgot about the delegate part and the EVM accounts, which are pretty important. Okay, so yeah, Zal, you can run though. We have your EVM account, and so we'll just add that. Thanks so much, Zal, for
Awesome.
everything you do.
Yeah, I don't want to be delegate for right now. Just FYI if I get voted, if that's cool.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. See you guys.
Yep. See ya.
So I propose 10 because you're not a delegate anymore. Uh, your delegation ended this week.
Yep.
So
That's true. I appreciate that proposal, and I will formally nominate myself and also vote for myself as well.
thanks. Just to confirm.
If others are interested in nominating too, like basically, if anybody wants to just say that they'd be interested in being a delegate, basically the things we ask is just the delegates will pay attention to the chats and look out for proposals in the Eden Fractal Telegram chat, such as we had earlier today at the town hall. And then also make sure to join the Eden Town Halls for the next 4 Eden Town Halls. So as I showed briefly in that page before, it's at edenfractal.com/plus. I can bring it up again if anyone would like, or maybe I'll just share it in the chat so people can look into, if you're not familiar with this process, how the process works. Basically, we elect a delegate after the respect game at each respect game event, and then those delegates will serve for the next 4 periods, which are the 4 next town halls that happen before the respect games. We also have another town hall, just kind of like a more informal town hall in the following week, but we don't actually make decisions during that week. But yeah, the council basically meets every other week for an hour before the Eden Fractal Respect game. And then whoever becomes a delegate would be basically just asked to please join the 4 following town halls right before the Eden Fractal Respect game and review any proposals and then vote any proposals during the town hall. Like today, for example, we had the proposal at the town hall that was a formal proposal from Tadas to the Eden Fractal Council, Eden Plus Fractal Council, but we only had 2 members out of 4, so we weren't able to approve a proposal. So that's a high level overview of how it works. There's also more details if we have multiple breakout groups and stuff like that, but hopefully that provides enough clarity for now. And if anybody has any questions, then feel free. I think Charles, you participated in this, and I think you were probably a delegate at some point because I remember we did. Tadas created this process back in like Eden Fractal Event 20 or something like that, and I think around that time you were still participating a lot. So I think you're familiar with it. We actually brought it back just about 6 months ago. Um, yeah. So we do need consensus. So um. If anybody else wants to nominate themselves and share why they'd like to be delegate, then I'm happy to hear it. I'm not definitely delegate. Right now, Tadas voted for me, and I'm also happy to vote for me because I'd like to be a delegate. But if anybody else would like to be a delegate and is interested in joining all the events, then please let us know and you can make the case, and then whoever gets the 4 to 6 votes will be the delegate. So I see Tadas is also asking for the EVM accounts too. So if everybody could please share that in the chat, that'd be appreciated. But first, let's maybe just figure the delegate. So first, does anybody else want to be a delegate? Is anybody interested? Eric, Charles, Mikael?
Not yet. I'll continue joining in the next weeks. Since I don't know if I can make it to the next 4. I don't know. I'll make a decision to the next one. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, appreciate your interest and plans to come back, and also the honesty that you may not be able to make it. And yeah, there's other opportunities, and I'm sure you'd make an excellent delegate. And I'm really excited to see you back in the community. So with that in mind, I think that everybody is up for voting for me. Then, if anybody has any objections, then please let us know. But otherwise, I think I got the thumbs up from Eric. So I think we're in agreement. Maybe just formally, Charles and Kyle, is it good for you guys to elect me as a delegate?
Yeah. Good for me.
Okay, sounds good. So we now officially have consensus on me as a delegate. Thank you all. I'll try to do my best to serve the Eden Fractal community. Feel free to chat me up and stuff like that. I'll represent your interests. And then chat me up. I'm a great politician, aren't I? Um, and then just having some fun here. And then yeah, the only other thing that we need is EVM accounts. So I saw in the Telegram chat, Tadas had messaged Charles and mentioned how you could claim your Eden Fractal Epoch 1 respect. So I don't know if you did that. I saw there were some more chats.
Yeah,
But
so
yeah, you're welcome to do
I
so.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, so I have Charles' account from that. I can find Eric's account from earlier. I just need Michael uh, account. Yeah,
I don't even have a wallet or anything like that, so it will take me even more time. I'm not sure if I need to receive this respect even because I don't know what to do with it at this point. Seems complicated to me.
if you will be able to use it in Eden Fractal governance if you keep participating.
Yeah,
Uh, and if you see my last message reply to you, there
yeah.
is an easy way to create it
I
by
need
signing.
to make like a wallet first, it seems. I know I have a Coinbase wallet since before, but I don't have it installed right now. So I guess I need to try to set up my Coinbase wallet
Or
first.
or this website that I gave you should allow you to sign up with your email account.
Okay, I didn't see that. Okay, your email. Ah, I see. Okay, thank you. I
Yeah,
didn't see that.
and when once you log in, you should see your uh, account address at the top right and should be able to copy that address.
I see. Okay, thank you. Perfect. Success.
Very nice. Some of the apps are working very well.
Yeah. Okay, so now I'm in somehow. Great.
Okay, and then I think you should see in the top right corner your address, and I think
Yeah,
you should be able to just copy that, if I'm not
yeah,
mistaken, and then paste it into the Zoom chat so that Tadas can see it. Okay, great.
Yes,
great.
great. Thanks. Yeah, so to create any transactions from this account, you would need some Ethereum to pay for gas, but to receive respect, you won't need that any of that.
Yeah,
So it's enough for now for us.
good. Thanks.
Okay, you're welcome. Yeah, at some point we'll work to implement gas-free transactions, I think at some point to make it even easier. But yeah, for now, the way that ORDAO works is well, a high level overview, I showed the links before, but basically it's set up so that um, if just one community member who has enough respect votes yes or something, and nobody votes no to veto it during the veto period, then we can approve then the respect will be distributed. So Tadas will vote yes for it, and then I can also vote for yes for it too. And then the way it's currently set up right now is that it takes 2 weeks for respect to be distributed. So that was one of the proposals that Tadas made before to make it just take 1 week for respect to be distributed, to change the parameters of the ORDAO app. But currently it takes 2 weeks. So you can see, for example, this is the proposal for the Respect Game breakout group from January 15th. So it actually takes a little bit longer than 2 weeks. It takes like 2 weeks and I guess 4 days or something like that. But he's planning to make that 1 week. So you can see it made this proposal that said Respect Breakout. And then it shows in that week, I had received level 6, and then I think Tadas was level 5. And then the other people who were in this event, I think Zaal and some others were there. They received 21, 13, 8 respect, and so forth. So I think that Tadas is now gathering the addresses to make a proposal. And so what he would do is he would go over here to new proposal, and then he would just click, I think, the respect breakout button over here. These are all the different kinds of proposals you can make for on-chain actions. And there's like custom calls for any kind of on-chain action, but usually we do things like respect breakout. So he would make this proposal, and then It's asking me to log in. I'm not logged in right now, but I think Josh shared this screen before where he'll just copy and paste those level 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and so forth, and it'll have the addresses for each person. And then as a result, it would make a proposal that looks like this, and it would put on chain and it would send out the respect. The respect is a non-transferable reputation token that shows the appreciation of the Eden Fractal community for the different community members who have contributed to Eden Fractal and Eden Fractal's mission and vision and Fractal governance in general. So yeah, as Tadas was saying before, Mikael, so you'd be able to use that respect token both to vote in this interface. So this is all these votes are using respect tokens. You can see, like, for example, Tadas voted this and he had 1,854 respect. This is from Epoch 1, which was our first 3 years. That's why it's a big number. And then also if you go to the snapshot proposals where we have this snapshot application or snapshot space, I guess it's called, for Eden Fractal, and each period we make proposals for topics, and now we're also starting to do contribution requests. So people who have respect, and there's actually a minimum where, as part of the rules, I think there's a minimum of 55 respect. So now you can do so. But yeah, basically, this is where people can vote on topics. So, for example, in upcoming events, if you'd like to help shape the agenda for the town hall, you can now vote on topics as well as proposed topics. And then you can see, like, basically we have these weighted snapshot polls where you can see what Tadas voted for here and what I voted for. And you can use that respect to help influence the agenda of the discussions, as well as we're also doing this new thing, contribution requests, where you can make ways that you want people to contribute. So, for example, Mikael, you could say, like, I want people to contribute to the Fractal Circles app or something like that. And then that would provide a kind of a signal that allows people to vote for that and say, hey, we really value this as the Eden Fractal community, that people do this, or, whatever the example is. So those are just some of the examples of things that you can do with those respect tokens. And then we're working to, add more functionality and more, more utility to respect over time. But those are some of the examples of what you can do with respect. Yeah, so if anybody has any questions or comments, then feel free. I know we've been going quite a while, so we're 15 minutes past top of the hour, and we were planning to just go for 2 hours, and we've already been on for 2 hours and 50 minutes. So if everybody's ready to wrap it up, then we can do so. And we usually end with a little 3, 2, 1, go Eden Fractal or go Fractals. It looks like Tadas also shared a message saying that we also have a scoreboard. And we now have a scoreboard, so maybe I'll just bring that up real quick. Also, maybe Tadas by this point had made those proposals. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention too is that we do, I think I mentioned this earlier in the meeting, but we also put up another proposal just to elect a delegate, just have it on chain as like on chain proof that we elected the delegate. So we did this for Tadas last week. And then at some point when you refresh this page, then you'd see the most current proposal for this respect game we just played, as well as the delegate election where I was elected as a delegate. And yeah, this one, I think because this proposal didn't get approved, Tadas voted no on this because it didn't get approved by the council. So generally the on-chain ORDAO software, it's the executive branch. So usually it's meant to follow basically the recommendations of the legislative branch. That's why Tadas voted no, because we didn't reach consensus. So Tadas will have to repropose that after say 2 weeks from now. If we get enough delegates to vote on it, then we'll vote on it yes, and then we'll resubmit these proposals to change the parameters of the ORDAO smart contract so we can shorten it to 1 week and so forth. And then this other thing that Tadas shared is the leaderboard or scoreboard rather, where you can see the different amounts of respect here. So I think that's Tadas currently has the most respect here, and then you can see the percentage and different account names and stuff like that. So this is the leaderboard for or scoreboard for Epoch 2 respect, which is our respect that has been earned over the past 6 or 7 months, maybe 8 months actually, 9 months since we started Epoch 2. And then there's also apparent respect from Epoch 1 from people who participated in the first 3 years too. So that's kind of like a little high-level overview of the app for whatever it's useful for here. And then yeah, like I was saying, we can wrap it up now. Does anybody have any last comments before we wrap it up, or should we sign off for now?
Just I put the links for the testing in the chat and in the Telegram Fractal General, and I also put a summary of my research
That's great.
document.
Thank you.
My
I'll check it out.
my one pager I'm sending people to get them to sign up.
Perfect. Thanks.
Excellent. Yeah, I saw that document and I downloaded that, so I'm looking forward to reading that. So thank you very much, Eric, and thank you all for Toss just check ranking. So he's just confirming. So we have Mikael at level 6, me at 5, Eric at 4, Charles at 3, Tadas at 2, and Zaal at 1. So I do confirm that those are the rankings that we just had.
Okay, thank you. I will create a proposal
All right.
in distribute respect.
All right. Thank you, Tadas. Yeah, I invite everybody to join the upcoming events. So next week we'll have just a town hall, no Eden Fractal Respect game. It will still be at 16 UTC on Thursday. And we'll have space for 2-hour discussion. So if we want to dive deeper into Fractal Circles or any other topics, maybe Charles or Eric or Josh, if there's any other kind of updates, we'll have kind of like a more informal discussion there. Although if we want, we can also we can revisit some of these topics that we didn't get a chance to discuss and discuss them in more details as well. So invite you all to that, as well as anybody who's watching too. Thanks for being here. And in the meantime, you can keep abreast and share any thoughts in the Eden Fractal Telegram chat, and check out the videos that have been released as well. And then we'll have another Eden Fractal Respect game on 2 weeks from now as well. And so hope to see you all there. Thanks so much for the wonderful event, both the town hall and the respect game. Really enjoyed it. It was really amazing. Any final comments, or would you like to join me with a little, maybe we say 3, 2, 1, go Fractals?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Sounds good. 3, 2, 1. Go Fractals! All right. Thanks all, and see you.
Take care, everyone.
you.
See you.